My name is Julia and I will be teaching your mat Pilates class today. All you're going to need is a Pilates mini ball or rolled up towel to wear. If you were to put it in between those legs, you're going to have your hips right in line with those knees. And from here we're going to take it all the way down to our mat. And you're going to place that ball just off to the side here to start. We're going to find our neutral spine. So find that heavy tailbone, press it into the mat. Shoulder blades roll down the back and they come into their pockets here. And we're going to engage that core, rib cage knit, belly button pulls down towards that spine. From here, we take that right leg into tabletop, right knee right over that hip, and we extend that leg and bend. Just extend and bend, warming up the body here, warming up those hip flexors. Exhale as you reach that leg. Inhale as you draw it back for 3, 2. This last one, we extend the leg on that inhale, float that straight leg up. Flex the foot, exhale down. Point, inhale, lift. Flex. Point, flex, and point. Begin to work with that breath. Keep that tailbone pressing heavy into that mat. We have 2 more. Last one. We hold that leg towards 90 here. Keep those toes pointed, little circles. Nice and small. Think about the size of a grapefruit here. For 4, 3, 2, and reverse that direction. Good. So make sure you're not coming across that mid-body too much. As you return that leg through center, you're going to have it right in line with that hip. We have 4, 3, feel it burning, 2, last one. Go ahead and set that foot down. You're going to raise that left leg into tabletop. Exhale to extend. Inhale to bend. Keep everything engaged, pulling everything towards that midline. For 4, 3, 2, keep that tailbone heavy, rib cage knit, belly buttons down. Hold on that inhale, lift, flex, exhale, lower. Point, inhale, lift, flex, exhale, lower. Use the low abs to help you lift on that inhale. 3, 2, 1. We hold that leg up towards the sky, little circles. Come away from that midline and back through center, grapefruit. Nice and small. Don't let anything else move in the body. 4, 3, 2, and reverse. Feel into that hip flexor, tailbone heavy. Keep that leg engaged, toes pointed. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower that leg. We're going to windshield wiper, so just let those knees go side to side here. We've opened up those hips just a little bit here. We're going to grab that ball that's off to the side or your towel. You're going to place it in between the thighs. Reach those arms nice and long. Again, shoulder blades down the back, natural curve in that spine. We're just going to go into our bridges here, starting with our pelvic rock. On that exhale, we tilt the pelvis towards the sky. Don't lift the hips. We inhale to rock the pelvis back. Find that little arch in the low back. Exhale, little tilt. Just before those hips lift, we stop. And we inhale, rock the pelvis back, heavy tailbone. Exhale, there's no space on that mat. Inhale, a little arch in the low back. Exhale, little round. Inhale, little arch. As we move here, keep the feet nice and light. Think of engaging the lower abdominals to help you tilt the pelvis with the breath. On that exhale, low abs engage to tilt. Inhale, low abs release. Exhale, low abs engage. Keep the feet light. Inhale, low abs release. A few more times here. Just massaging through the hips and that low back. And we're going to get into our articulation here. If we have any spinal injuries, conditions, osteoporosis, you're going to keep the back nice and flat. Otherwise, on the next exhale, we tilt that pelvis and begin to lift vertebra by vertebra, reaching those knees away from you. Find length through the front line. Hold it at the top. Inhale. Exhale, slow melt. Keep those knees reaching. Feel each vertebra touch down. Inhale, rock that pelvis back, heavy tailbone. Exhale, tilt, tilt, and lift. Reach, find that length. Inhale. Exhale, melt. Inhale, rock back to neutral. Exhale, imprint the spine and lift, lift, lift. Good, so what we're focusing on here is really thinking of the ball and the hamstrings and those inner thighs wrapping around it, reaching through your legs, helping you lift those hips. So feel that wrap around. And each time we lift the hips, think of pulling that belly button down towards the spine to feel each vertebra lift. And every time we lower, keep holding those hips up, keep that core engaged, really round through that spine. Next time we lift into that bridge, we hold it at the top, and on that inhale, we squeeze the ball 3, squeeze 2, hold the squeeze, and exhale, melt it down. 4 more like that. Inhale, heavy tailbone. Exhale, tilt and lift, lift, lift. Inhale, 3, 2, hold the squeeze, exhale, melt. Inhale, 3, 2, hold, exhale, melt. Last one here. Inhale, exhale, lift, lift, lift. This time we hold those hips up, keep squeezing for that extra breath. Inhale, 3, 2, hold the squeeze, exhale, melt it down, vertebra by vertebra. Good. From here, hands come behind the thighs. We just extend and bend those legs. Just get some movement through those hamstrings, some blood pumping. We take that ball or that towel. You're going to place it underneath the heels here. Those arms are still reaching nice and long on that mat. We have our heels together, toes apart, Pilates V, feet position here. Good, so allow those knees to stay nice and open. We really want to feel that wrap from the hamstrings and inner thighs. So as you press those heels into the ball, you'll already feel that engagement from the inner thighs. We're going to keep the back nice and flat here. We exhale to lift the hips for that hinge bridge and inhale to lower. Good, so work with that instability here. Press the palms into that mat. Allow the triceps to be nice and engaged. That whole back line, back side of the body, posterior chain is lit up, especially with that instability here. Engage through those lower abdominals. If the low back starts to hurt at all, tilt in that pelvis a little bit more towards the sky. Keep that core engaged. We hold it up in 3, in 2. Last one, we hold. Those knees come close together and we open back up. So a little butterfly here. So you're still balancing through those heels, pressing through the palms of the hands. For 5, working with abductors and adductors. 3, 2. Our last one, we're going to hold those knees open, little pulses out. Keep lifting through those hips, open up through that front line. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Close the legs lower all the way down. Hands behind those thighs, extend and bend towards the sky. Get some blood through those legs, nice work. We're gonna grab that ball, it's gonna come into the hands here. Good. We're gonna draw those legs into tabletop. The ball comes above the chest, elbows nice and wide. Going into our single bent leg stretch. One knee comes in to press up against the ball, other leg extends. We switch, same thing. Bring that knee in to press into the ball. We have an imprinted spine here, so there's no space on that mat. We're lifting that head, neck, chest if we can, and we stay imprinted. Gaze is to the belly button or through those thighs. And we switch. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. You bring those knees in, place the ball between the thighs, just hug those knees, lie all the way down. Little rock side to side. Good, and from here, we lift our head, neck, chest if we can, curling up into a ball. You really want to feel that stretch as you pull those knees in. Feel through the low back and those hips. So while we are working that core, you still want to feel that stretch as you pull those knees in. We're going into our double bent leg stretch, so on our inhale, fingers and toes reach in opposition. Exhale, circle the arms, hug those knees in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle and hug. Three. Last 2, no space on that mat. Last 1. Hug those knees in, rest it down. Good, those legs stay in tabletop here. The head, neck, chest stays down as well. Just let those arms reach by your side. We're gonna engage those inner thighs a bit more. With both legs, you pulse in towards the midline. Big squeeze, big release. Big squeeze, big release. For 8, 7, 6. Again, there's no space on that mat. Spine stays imprinted. If there is an arch, pull those knees in just a little bit more. 3, 2, just the right leg pulses in. Keep the left leg nice and still. Stay nice and stable with the body. And breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Just the left leg. Keep the right leg still this time. Last 9 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Stick with me. 3. Inner thighs say hey. 2. And 1. Go ahead and take that ball. Zip those legs together. Just place the ball right on top of those thighs here. Hands come right on top. Again, head, neck, chest stays down. You keep the legs in tabletop. Just press into the hands and press into the ball and release. Press, release. We try to keep the legs in table nice and still, so you're putting some resistance against the lower abdominals here to work. For 5, 4, 3, 2. We hold a little bit of pressure, about half, and with the legs you press in for the upper abdominals to feel. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We got one more variation here. Both the hands and the legs press towards the midline, towards that belly button, and release. They both press and release. Press and release. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that squeeze on the last one. Hold everything towards that midline. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those feet down. Just windshield wiper those legs. Rocking side to side. We lift those legs up towards 90 here. Your left arm is going to reach long by your sides. Right arm is going to reach up towards the sky. You have the ball in your hand. Just going into an oblique lift. We exhale to lift. Bring the ball towards that left hand. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. So you may keep that head, neck, chest up. Just reaching that ball over on that exhale. And center as you come on that inhale. Hold it to that side. Again, we lower that right leg and we lift that right leg. Lower and lift. So keep everything glued to that mat. You only lower about halfway. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back through center, just switch the ball in the hand. Right arm comes nice and long. Exhale to lift, bring the ball right over that hand. Inhale to lower. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We hold it over. That left leg falls halfway and we lift. Lower and lift. Core is warm. We have 5. Keep reaching. 4. Breathe for 3. Last 2. And 1. Lowering all the way down. Catch your breath. Good, and from here we take the ball, lift those hips, place the ball right underneath that tailbone. We let those arms come long by our sides. And again, make sure it's right under the tailbone. It's not under the arch of the back here. And from here, we float those legs into tabletop. Find some stability here. Before we progress into anything super advanced, we're going to go back to that single bent leg stretch. So one leg extends and you switch. So really widen those fingers on the mat as you move and just press those palms in. Feel those triceps engaged. Keep that core engaged. Everything pulling in towards that midline. Just 3 more switches here. 2, 1. Legs come straight up towards the sky here. Flex those feet. Keep them flexed. You're going to drive through the heels for scissors. Lower one leg, pull the other leg towards you, and switch. And switch. Good. Work with that breath. Exhale, inhale, switch. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring those legs back into tabletop. Extend back up towards the sky, flex those feet. Just open, abduction, AB, and adduct back towards that midline. Keep that tailbone anchored here. We open and come back through center. Open and center. So to keep that stability, think of both legs leaving that midline, same time, same speed. Then they come together, same time, same speed. Open and close. For 3. For 2. Adding on, we open and hold. Keep the legs straight, circle down. Bring the heels together, toes apart. Lift back up towards the sky. Open, circle down, connect those heels and lift. Just 3 more this way. And then we reverse. 2. Last one, this way. Lift up and we reverse. Lower, circle up and around this time and back to 90. Lower. Inhale, circle up and around. Exhale, lower. Inhale, circle. Last one this way. And we lower the feet all the way down, bridge those hips up, take the ball out. You're gonna grab that ball. You're gonna come to lie on your side. You're gonna bring the ball underneath your head like a pillow. And you wanna really line up your body like a straight line on that mat. So you have your shoulders in line with the hips, right in line with those heels. We're gonna have both knees bent here, top hand on the hip like a little shark fin. And we lift that side body up like I'm gonna bring my fingers right under your waist here. I don't know if you can see that. But you wanna stay lifted here, pull through that core, and we extend that top leg nice and long at hip height. We flex that foot, keep our gaze forward. We inhale to lift this leg, exhale to lower. Just a parallel lift and lower. If you lift the leg too high, that side body will collapse. So watch that control for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg up, little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg up, little rainbow here. Toes tap the mat in front, and rainbow over, heel taps back. Rainbow over, toe taps front, rainbow back, toes tap, or heel taps back. Inhale forward, exhale heel, inhale toes, exhale heel. So keep the body nice and stable here. Trying not to let anything else move except for that leg. We pull through that core. Next time we hold that leg forward, keep an internal rotation, toes stay down, and we lift and lower here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both legs nice and bent here, heels together, toes apart. That bottom set of toes is on the floor. Keep the hand on that hip. We just open for our clam and close for our clam. Inhale, open, exhale, close. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those knees come down. We float those feet up. Our last variation, just a high clam here so you have a larger range of motion. But make sure those hips don't roll back on you. We have 5 more here. 4, 3, 2. We hold it open, little pulses out, nice and small. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down, tap it out. We're just gonna go ahead and spin it around, facing towards the other side here. We're gonna even ourselves out. So lying down, keep your shoulders in line with those hips, right in line with those heels. You bend those legs behind you. We have the heels also in line with those shoulders and hips. The top hand is gonna come to your hip like a little shark fin. And we lift that side body up, stay lifted here, engage through that core. Top leg comes out nice and long, we flex that foot. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Five, 4, that hand on the hip is a little tactile cue for you here to really feel from where you're moving from. This last one, we hold it up in little pulses here. Nice and small. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Inhale, toes tap forward. Exhale, rainbow, heel taps back. Inhale, point forward. Exhale, heel goes back. Work with that breath. Move through that hip, engage through that core. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold that leg forward, toes come down towards the floor, little lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend both legs, heels together, toes apart. We just open and close for that clam. Inhale, open, exhale, close. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close those knees, float those feet up, just open and close again for that high clam. So a little larger range of motion here. Working with that breath here still, and those AB abductors. 4, 3, 2. We hold it open, little pulses out, nice and small. Last 8, 7, 6, stay controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down, tap out that side. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead, we're going to take our ball, we're going to roll onto our bellies here. The ball is going to reach out in front of us. You're going to lie all the way down, press the tops of your feet into the floor here. Your forehead is nice and parallel with the floor as well. You're going to have your hands stacked on top of the ball. Take a second, roll the shoulder blades all the way down the back. And you're going to press the palms of the hands into the ball. And on our inhale, we're going to lift, keep the legs anchored. Lift head, neck, chest, lengthen and extension through that spine. And we exhale to melt it down. Inhale to lift for that swan. Exhale to melt down. So as we move, keep those hips pressed into the mat. The hips are your anchor. Keep that core engaged, everything pulling in towards that midline. So as we're moving through those arms, you have to notice that we're using the upper abdominals to move. Those upper abdominals are responsible for helping us to move those arms. Lower down here, we have 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, hold. Bend in the arms, let the elbows touch down. Hands come on either side of that ball. We're now in a Sphinx pose here. We're going to go into our single leg kick. So we're gonna alternate side, side. You're gonna flex one foot, pulse towards the butt like a butt kick. 3, 2, 1. Point the toes to lower the leg. Exhale, flex. Good, so you should feel that stretch across the thighs here. We keep those hips anchored so you're not moving around, right? We stay anchored through the shoulders. Keep that nice position here, that form. As you flex and bring that heel towards your seat, 3 little pulses there. Finding some length through the quads, the front of the legs, and some strength through the hamstrings. Work with that breath. Exhale. Last 2 to each side. And 1. Good, we lower all the way down here. Good, you're just gonna walk that ball out just a little bit further, get it out of your way. You're gonna turn your head, bring one cheek, your face, side of your face to the mat. Your hands are gonna interlace behind you. You walk those hands as far up as you can so those elbows are nice and bent. We're gonna go into our double leg kick here. So I'll take it nice and slow for the first few. You flex both feet, press the hips down, pulse 3, 2, 1. We inhale to reach the legs, extend through the spine, open up through that chest, and you lower everything down. Switch to the other side, hands come back up your spine. We flex, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach, rotate the head, and lie it down. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. We just have 1 more to each side. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach, hold it here. Walk those arms all the way forward here. We hold that lift, going for a little swim here. So you can keep the head in extension here or keep the forehead parallel. Little swim. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last 3. Exhale. Inhale, last 2. Exhale. Inhale, last 1. And exhale. Lower all the way down. Rest behind you. Bend those legs. Just let those feet rock side to side. Open up through that SI joint here. Coming back through center, lower those legs, bring the hands right by those shoulders, and you can stay on the knees here. So those legs are long, or you can stay on the toes or on the knees. We're gonna go right into our push-up. I'll stay on the knees here. We keep the elbows nice and wide. So we set up, hands right next to those shoulders. Good, and on that inhale, we lift, and exhale, we lower down. Inhale to lift. So you might need to readjust those hands. They're still a little wider than shoulder, but they should be right under you. Exhale down, inhale, lift. Last 2, and 1. Coming all the way up, just child's pose here. Send your seat back, reach those arms forward. We're gonna walk it up closer towards the top of our mat. We're gonna set up into our quadruped shape here. Hands under shoulders, knees under those hips. You curl those toes behind you. Find a nice tabletop back here. Reach that back towards the sky, belly button towards the spine as well. And from here, we're just gonna extend that right leg back, and you're holding your balance, your stability through your 3 points of contact. Good, and from here, we're gonna bend that leg and just extend. So keep that leg floating, working for that hamstring. Flex to bend and point to extend. Flex, bend, point, extend. 4, 3, 2. We hold that leg bent. Little donkey kick, pulse towards the sky. Reach that heel for 8. Keep the chest and hips square. 7, reach through the glute. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Go ahead and switch, extend that left leg back, stabilize through those 3 points that you have. We exhale, flex and bend. Inhale, point, extend. Exhale, flex, bend. Inhale, point, extend. 5, 4, 3, 2. We bend and hold, little pulses. Reach through that heel. Keep chest and hips nice and square. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Child's pose here. Send your seat back. Walk those hands forward. Good. From here, we're going to come back into a quadruped shape here. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, unless we have any knee troubles, we're going to stay in this position. You're going to float those knees up and hold. Keep your gaze towards the top of the mat. Pull everything up towards that spine, up towards the sky. On that exhale, knees tap, and inhale to lift the knees. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. So on that inhale, you float with the low abs. Think not about pressing through the toes. Inhale, lift with the core. Breathe. 10. We have 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our knees touch down. Child's pose. Roll out through those wrists while you're here. Coming back onto those hands into your quadruped shape. Walk those legs back and hold. We're going to go into our crossbody mountain climber. Right knee, left elbow, and switch. Left to right, right to left. So try and keep the chest nice and square, just twisting through the lower half to engage through that core. Although planks are a full body workout. Can't already tell. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, finish strong, and 1. We lower those knees down in child's pose. Our next two are going to be more about a little bit of functional movement here. So we're really using the whole body, recruiting all of our muscles to move. We send those legs back and hold. We're going to go into our pushbacks. So you're going to bend in those knees, hover, press back, ears between the biceps, almost like a half downward dog here, right? So those knees stay hovering. Then you press back into that full plank, explode. So really crunch up, reach back. And then coming back into that full plank. Exhale back, inhale, float up. We have 5 more. 4, 3. Last 2. And 1. Back and knees come down, child's pose. Roll out through those wrists. Catch your breath. We have one more plank here, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We walk those legs back and we hold it. We're going to go into our pike, so gaze is super important. On the inhale, we lift the hips, gaze through the thighs. Exhale, lower the hips, gaze to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. So as you move here, we're not pressing through the palms or the feet. You're really reaching on that inhale. You float up through the core. Float, feel that engagement. Exhale down, inhale, lift. We have 5. Allow that gaze to travel. 4. 3. 2. This last one, don't hate me. We're going to lower down and we're going to hold it. I'm burning too, I'm shaking. We hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those knees, child's pose. Catch your breath here. Roll out through those wrists. We're going to come into our kneeling position here. You're going to take that ball, place it in between the thighs. We're in our high kneel here, shoulders over hips, over knees. Really plant those feet down into the floor, tops of the feet. Arms are going to reach out in front of us at shoulder height. We're just going to go into our thigh stretch so we keep the hips forward. Just like how we felt earlier with that wrap around with the hamstrings and inner thighs. Bring that ball forward. We exhale back for a thigh stretch and inhale to lift. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Coming all the way up, we hold it. Go ahead and lower all the way down here. Just going to work through different directions of the spine a little bit more. Legs are going to come nice and wide, just as wide as your mat. Ball is going to reach up to shoulder height. We're going to go into our spine stretch forward. So I want you to segment the spine, upper half, lower half. Imagine there's something up against the lower half, keeping you nice and anchored. Hips stay anchored, feet stay anchored. Arms come up to shoulder height. We inhale at the top, spine stretch forward. Exhale, bring the chin towards the chest and reach forward, bringing the ears between the biceps. Keep that low back and hips anchored. Hold and inhale to restack that spine. Exhale, chin to chest, reach forward. And inhale to restack. Exhale to reach. Inhale to lift. 3 more. 2. Last 1. We sit all the way up and hold. You're going to take the ball into one hand. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, you reach that ball away, twist through that spine. Inhale through center, switch the hand. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale through center. Keep those hips anchored, feet flexed. Lower half stays nice and anchored. Last 2 more each way. And then we're going to add on. We're going to combine those 2 movements very soon. Just got 1 more to each side. The next time we go to the right, we're going to exhale, reach back and reach forward through the left and pulse. Pulse towards that pinky. Inhale, sit up tall. Switch, exhale, reach and pulse. Pulse. Inhale, center, grow tall. Exhale, reach. So gaze goes back towards the hand that has the ball. Keep that lower half nice and anchored. We got 1 more to each side. Last one. Finish strong. We come all the way up and we lower all the way down. Good. Go ahead and bend those legs here. We're going to lie it all the way down. We got 1 more core exercise here, and then we'll move on. Reach that ball all the way up overhead. We're going to go into our roll up here, so this can be really difficult. Some things I want us to keep in mind is we're not going to focus on momentum at all. We control our lift and our lower with the core. If it's ever too much, a way to modify this to make it a little bit easier is those legs stay bent on the mat, all right? I'm going to go the most advanced, so my legs are going to be nice and long, and I'm going to have my heels together, toes apart. Reaching that ball up overhead. Outside from the legs, everything else is the same. We inhale here. Exhale, bring the ball above the chest. Bring the chin to chest and reach up towards the sky, and then coming up through the core, fold over towards the toes. Hold it here. We inhale. Really pull that belly button back and away from you. On that exhale, tilt that pelvis and slow lower down, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale as you reach the arms. Exhale over the chest, reach up, chin to chest, fold forward, keep that C curve, gaze to the belly button, push that belly button back, inhale here. Exhale, tilt that pelvis, roll, roll, roll. Inhale up overhead. Exhale above the chest, chin to chest, reach and fold forward. Gaze to the belly button, pull that belly button back, and exhale to roll it down. Last 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last one. Nice work. We lie all the way down, bend those knees, just a little windshield wiper here. Open up through hips and low back. And we're going to come all the way back up to seated here. We're going to come into a Z-sit position. So you're going to face the side here. You're going to bring one leg in line with the mat here. The other foot's going to come across the knee. If this is too much, legs can always just stay extended forward, or you can sit crisscross applesauce. Otherwise, you're going to be in that Z-sit. You're going to take your ball if you have one. Otherwise, just walk your hand out. Ball comes outside of that shin. Other arm's going to open up T. We inhale here. We keep those hips anchored. On that exhale, roll the ball out as you reach up and over. Gaze goes up towards the sky. Inhale as you return through center. Exhale as you reach the ball and reach up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Last one. Coming all the way through center. That leg, that shin that was parallel to the mat, you extend that leg forward. Good, you keep that foot locked into the thigh here. Bring the ball in between, in the center here. Roll it down until you feel a stretch through that inner thigh. You flex that foot that's long, and you just bring the toes forward and you bring them back. Think of a little windshield wiper here. Toes come forward, toes come back. Keep reaching the ball forward. Press your heel into the floor as you work through that little rotation here. Should feel really good for those hip flexors. A few more times. And coming all the way back up through center, we switch those legs. Bring the ball to the other side. Other arm opens up, T. Inhale here. Exhale, roll the ball and reach up and over. Gaze goes up. Exhale through center. Inhale to reach and look up. Keep those hips anchored. Feel that stretch through that side body. Send side body up and out away from you. 3 more. Two. Last one. Coming all the way up that leg, shins parallel. You extend that leg, flex that foot, drive that heel into the floor. Take the ball through center, roll it down till you feel that stretch for the inner thighs. And keeping that foot flexed, just a little windshield wiper through the foot here, working through that hip flexor. A few more times. Good. Roll that ball all the way up. And for the last little bit of class today, we're going to do some breath work. So go ahead and lie it all the way down on your mat. You can come into butterfly shape, so soles the feet together, knees open up nice and wide. You can have one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and let those eyes come closed here. We're just going to take deep breaths in and deep breaths out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe in, think in. As you breathe out, think out. If that mind starts to drift, just focus back on that thought. As you breathe in, think in. As you breathe out, think out. If you're finding it particularly hard to come away from those outside thoughts and focus on that breath, just try and be an observer of those thoughts. As you breathe in through the nose, and out through the mouth. As you're breathing here, just feel the rise and fall of the belly. And begin to feel the heartbeat underneath your opposite hand. Just finding a few moments of peace here before we leave our mats and get on with our days here. As we lay here, thank yourself for showing up today for yourself, for moving your body. Say something incredibly kind to yourself and sit with that breath just a few more here. We're going to take 3 more deep breaths here all together. And on the exhale, you're going to let out a big ah. Just make that sound. And that way, you're going to help to relax your body. And again, coming into a more peaceful state of mind before we get on with our day. So wherever you are, exhale here. Deep breath in, deepest one you've taken all day. Fill up and hold at the top. And exhale out the mouth with that sound. Inhale, fill up. Hold it at the top. And on that exhale, we let out all of that air, almost like you're going to cough. Last one. Hold it. And exhale. Allow your breathing to return to normal. Just notice all the movement we've done today, any space we've created here. And again, thank yourself for showing up. Say something incredibly kind to yourself. Let those eyes flutter open. And gracefully go ahead and come all the way up from your mat. And you, my friends, are done with today's class. Good work. I hope it was a challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.